going back to songwriting and you being a musician, you mentioned in one of your talks, Music Thinking, that as artists and as songwriters, you musicians have the great power in connecting with your audience, with the songs you write and the songs you sing. So I'm
Hmm.
interested to learn about this power that you're talking about.
I like to bring that example. It's not. It's. I like to bring that example that if you stand somewhere on a stage at a talk and you look at someone in the audience and tell them, "I love you," that probably doesn't really resonate well. As a singer, as a musician, we have the power, the ability to elevate what we say by creating music with it. As a singer, if a singer stands on stage and sings, "I love you," and says this to the same person, the effect will be probably a very different and a very positive effect. So with lyrics put to music, with music being presented to someone, we have the ability to make things less harsh, to actually raise the acceptance of what has been said, and actually to also like invite a thought process of this. This is why I love the power of songwriting so much, because it allows us to tell sometimes harsh and ugly truths and a negative happenings in life, but it allows us to package it in a way that it's not hurtful and that I can still express what I want to say, but in a way that is not really harsh or harmful or like breaks relationships. For example, I was working with a group of new hires in a consulting firm in their onboarding week. And what we did was musical storytelling about their experience of their first week. And they had some, and this was in a culture that was very like a big gap in hierarchy. So you wouldn't just talk to the HR person and just talk what's in your mind. This wasn't possible. So they wrote songs about the first week, and this was quite some very critical songs actually. There was a lack of clarity what they're supposed to do, that there was uncertainty, and also that they haven't been paid so far, and they were all wondering, when are we gonna get paid? And no one dared to ask. But we wrote in a half day, we wrote about the stories and also other things, but they all even expressed all these elements in their songs, and HR was in the audience and listened to that and thought, yeah, and it was not harsh, and everyone felt also more empowered to express this.
And how did you come up with this idea and this process to do this for these teams and brands?
Sure. So I mean, circling back to management consulting, really I'm grateful for that time, because I realized so often working with teams and building team cohesion and better team communication and developing of leaders is very analytical, very analytic, and the big aspect of like connecting to our teams in a deeper way is lacking. So when I wrote songs and when I went to Berkeley, I thought, wait a minute, there is songwriting is writing songs are such a powerful tool to express our feelings and our stories. What would be a way to connect both? So I was accepted to a startup lab and a startup incubator program by MIT and Berklee College of Music. And this is when I started playing around with how to combine this, how to make modules of this to help non-musicians express their stories in most of the time songs.
It's, it's,
And
it's very interesting because a lot of artists say that they can't express their feelings in words, and that is where they use the music for to tell the story or tell the pain that they feel.
mhm.
So for us that we are not musicians the same, that you're teaching us how to use that skills to be able to express our feelings in challenging ways. It's brilliant. It's really brilliant, and it doesn't have to be the next hit song. It's
No.
just to get that message out.
Yeah. Yes, absolutely. And that's what we're aiming to do. I mean, I grew up as a musician, and I was always comfortable playing in front of people and singing in front of people. When I wrote my first song and uploaded this on YouTube, it was terrifying for me to
Mm.
share this with the world. So, but it was also momentous for me because I was like, I can do it. I can do it. I'm able to write a song. And what we're doing is in a very compressed time frame, in a couple of hours, 2 hours, 1 hour, half day, whatever is the context, teach teams and leaders and business owners and entrepreneurs to express their story in a song, create lyrics and create some simple melodies. And at the end of this program, perform it for us. And this has often such a really
Healing.
it's really momentous healing element. If you understand, oh wow, I might not know how to play an instrument, but I can create a song and express myself, and that's very powerful. And this keeps me going, and this is the driving force why I'm doing this in the first place.
And even if all of us are not professional musicians, somehow we by our voice, I mean, I'm not going to try it, but of course I can sing in the shower. We do have some sound that is us. So no matter how it sounds to other people, I think that is why I always say I want to sing like Celine Dion. I think the how to say that, the thing of standing on stage and getting it out, just like pushing it out from your body, and even like chanting in yoga, it's like, or people are angry, they say scream it out. It's so much powerful.